Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Vintage Cube draft. We're in the midst of a good trophy race right now. I have 17. The leader has 19, so hopefully we can make it a one trophy race. And we have a pretty mediocre pack to start. I'll take a fetch land. I certainly cannot complain about getting a first pick fetch land. It's not broken though. Honestly, not much else here that I'm that interested in. I think Snapcaster Mage is a borderline first pickable card, and then either of these fetch lands, which both can be found with the Flooded Strand, are solid. I guess you could first pick a Firebolt. But yeah, definitely a blue fetch land is a solid start. Okay, now we see Entomb. So a couple very different types of picks here. The most broken card is Entomb. Like, black reanimator decks are incredibly strong. This lets you kill them as early as turn 1 or more consistently turn 2. There's also Fury, which is just a broken card. There's a Thundering Falls, which we can fetch off of the Flooded Strand, although I don't love taking Thundering Falls and passing Fury. There's Thalia, which is good. A lot of good white stuff here. And then there's Luris, which this card has gone up in my pick order a lot. I think it's better now than it's ever been in this format. I'm not going to take either one of these, I think, or Thalia. So it's Luris, Entomb. Yeah, probably Luris or Entomb. And I think I'm going to take the Entomb. Close pick for sure, but this card is just amazing. Blue-black Reanimator is the hope here. Oh, wow. Well, 4th Air Lingus, if we take Sacred Foundry, Palace Jailer, Teferi, Liliana, all amazing. We're passing, the problem is that so many of these cards are white. I think our best bet is just to take the, well, maybe not. They're all so good, though. I don't really want to take one of them and pass the other. Could take Teferi and try to be like Esper Reanimator or just take Lily. I think I'm going to take the Lily. It's really close, but this card is very strong. And it pairs well with Entomb, which is, broken. Okay, now I think I will take Marsh Flats. Although worth noting, I'm not seeing a lot of black. Well, actually, there is some black. There's not a good Reanimator card, but there's good black cards. Yeah, I'll take the Marsh Flats. Okay, now we see a Jace. I think that seems pretty solid. Also, Talisman of Progress, but I don't think we need that. Yeah, I'll take a Jace. Good enabler if we are Reanimator, which of course we still don't have to be. Now there's Rogran Triome and Lorien Revealed. Rogran Triome doesn't add black, which we might not even be playing. If I could restart, I might be just blue-eye control, honestly. I think I will take Lorien Revealed. Yeah. Oh, wow. Late Hallowed Fountain. That's kind of crazy. Also, Wail of the Forgotten, but I think I should take the Hallowed Fountain. I know we passed a Fairy. Wail of the Forgotten is not that good, but this gives us such good fixing for blue-white. I think it is worth taking. And who knows? If we're seeing a super late Hallowed Fountain, it's possible Teferi could come around, although very unlikely. Okay, so there's Volcanic Island if we want to just try to go Jessica. I think I'm just going to take the Seachrome Coast here. Yeah, Jeskai does appear to be open, but I don't have any red cards. I already passed 4th Air Lingus. So we might just be blue-eye control, honestly. Although, again, tragic to have passed the Teferi. I think we took Liliana over Teferi, which is looking terrible now. It is what it is. We still could be black. I actually think that, Splashing Reanimator is in a lot of ways better than being all in on it. If you're just playing, a good blue control deck with counter magic and discard, and then you also have a couple Reanimator cards, I think that's a pretty good way to build it. But, yeah, we'll see. So there's Inverter of Truth. We saw Jace already. We could try to backdoor into that deck. There's also, I guess there's, Underworld Cookbook. But we're not, yeah, I think I'm going to take the Inverter of Truth speculatively. Okay, now I'll take Thought Scour. I think this was the Teferi pack, so sad to see that go. Forensic Gadgeteer does not seem good. What's our plan here? Just be blue-eye control, but someone else is also playing blue-eye control? That seems pretty sketchy. I think I'm taking land here. None of the other cards look great. Galvanic Iteration, I guess. Right, we need to come up with a clear plan here. think I'm gonna take Cryptic Coat because we're most likely to play blue. Like maybe we end up being like some sort of blue-white Stoneforge deck. I do think the black plan is probably not where we want to be. Yeah, we not a good first pack. Oh wow, okay, that actually changes things a lot. That makes me a lot more inclined to want to try to just be blue-black Doomsday, potentially splashing white because we have such good fixing for white. But these two are really good together, of course. So if we can find Doomsday and Thassa's Oracle, that would give us a very real game plan. Is Entomb going to make the cut? Right now, no, but it could. Yeah, definitely a weird first pack. Okay, a lot of lands here. There's Inquisition of Kozilek. Time Twister's good, but not like particularly good about what we have. I think I'm just gonna take Scalding Tarn. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Tarn here. Um. Okay, so ideally we can find Doomsday, in which case we could play Mystical Tutor. I think I'm actually taking Mystical Tutor either way. We still could be Reanimator for sure. We don't need that many more cards to become Reanimator. We didn't see that much in that pack, but just the card Reanimate and the card Exhume plus Mystical Tutor and Entomb means we are pretty much there. And then this also can find Doomsday if we go in on that. Yeah, I think that actually seems pretty good. Okay, interesting. So there's Recurring Nightmare. Problem is, we don't really have enough creatures to enable that sort of thing. There's also Grief and Rona. I think I might actually just take the Rona here. Good for turning through our deck. Good in Doomsday or in Reanimator. We also might be able to wheel one of the two black cards. Yeah, we'll take this. We also have a lot of legends. Ooh, okay, so there's Doomsday. There's also Troll and Narset. I think we can risk passing this. It should come around. If we got the super late Jace. Then the question becomes what to take, and I think the answer is Troll. We don't have a blue-black fetchable land yet, but we need very good fixing, of course, if we're playing Troll and Doomsday. I like Narset, but I think this is more important. So really, really need to find a blue-black land to make both of these work. We have great blue-white fixing, but that's not... We also have 3 fetch lands, but yeah, no good fetchables yet. But this could be really good. If the Doomsday wheels, we have a very good game plan. Maybe or maybe not playing Doomsday. Or Entomb, rather. Interesting. So there's an Exhume. Also Strix and Treasure Cruise. But I think I will take the Exhume. With Entomb and Mystical Tutor, we could very much be that. If we're sort of a mishmash of Blue-Black Reanimator and Doomsday, that would be pretty interesting. Plus, it also already can just give us a turn 2 Troll. I hope Strix comes around, but either way, I will take Exhume here. And then hopefully we get 1 or 2 good Reanimator targets. Ooh, okay. So Hogak is really good. Not really for this deck. We'll take the Rafine's Tower. That helps a lot with our fixing issues. All of our fetch lands can find this. Probably not playing Seagram Coast, but we have a pretty free white splash. I do wish we had Teferi, but that's still a pretty great pickup. We don't really need to play the side towards Proving Ground now. So we have very good ways to get the first. We don't really have a good way to get triple black necessarily, or triple blue. Hopefully we can find a bit more. And then, of course, hopefully we can wheel Doomsday. Ooh, nice. Great pickup. Frantic Search would be okay, but I'm definitely taking Underground Sea. That solidifies this mana base very well. And now we're fixing good. I would still take more if I could find it. I guess we're not playing this Hallowed Fountain right now because we have no white cards. Hallowed Fountain does let Scalding Tarn get a white source if we already have Rafine's Tower. Or get a blue... Wait, no, this already gets blue. It makes Marsh Flats get the 3rd blue source. Seems marginal enough that we don't need that. So yeah, just hoping for the Doomsday Wheel. And if that comes around, we're in a great shape going into Pack 3 with good mana fixing, good combo potential, some card draw to find it. Still, like, TBD on the Reanimator thing. We might not do that. And then also, of course, I would like more cheap interaction. We don't have much of that. Actually, we have very little interaction. So that's a pretty high priority. But blue and black have tons. I think we should be able to get that. Okay, I'll take Bitter Triumph here. Brazen Borrower is pretty good, but I think this is a bit better, especially because it can be a discard enabler if we need that. Okay, I don't think Torsten is very good. Damnation would be a good sideboard card, but actually Priest of Fellrights is kind of interesting. We're playing white, most definitely. We have the Entomb. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to take the Priest here. Feels a little weird to pass Damnation in. I will regret it in some matchups. Damnation is great, but I think it is the right pick. Now we see a few choices. Phantasmal Image, Otawara, or Concealed Courtyard. I think our white fixing is honestly totally fine, though. I don't think I really need more white fixing, so I'll just take Otawara. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources for what's going to be a small splash. Wait, was that the I hope that wasn't the Doomsday pack. I'll take Altar of Dementia. Nice, okay, yeah, I thought so. These would both be good as well, but definitely taking the Doomsday. Now we get Treasure Cruise on the wheel. Another good pickup. Wow. I guess I'll take Spellseeker. Would maybe make the cut. I can find Entomb. So, yeah, I think Spellseeker does make the cut if we're playing Reanimator and not if we're not. So we'll see. We only have one Reanimator card at the moment. Well, actually, I guess we have 2 reanimation spells. And then Entomb and tons of ways to loot. Whoops. Tons of ways to fill our graveyard, which is good. The question is just, can we get some tier A reanimation targets? I'm not going to play Exhume just to bring back my troll. There's Archon of Cruelty. Also Sunken Ruins. Also Teferi. I think it's between those 3. Close pick. The problem is I don't think Archon is likely to come around. Someone else is playing Reanimator for sure. Whoever took Recurring Nightmare will take the Archon if we pass it. Sunken Ruins could come around, but it also might not. Very close pick. I actually think I'm leaning towards taking the Sunken Ruins and just foregoing the Archon. Atraxa would be better, but this is actually like... I would much rather Grizzlebrand or Atraxa in this deck. That's also a combo deck where we're digging for stuff. And Sunken Ruins is just so helpful for casting like Doomsday, Liliana, Jace, all this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to take this. I'm sure some people will be pissed. I take fixing very highly, though. That's not a surprise to anyone. Now we got a couple good removal spells, Brainstorm and Daze. I think I'm just going to take a Fatal Push. We have tons of fetch lands, so this is a very good removal spell in this deck. There's a Tundra if we wanted that. There's also Subtlety, Waker of Waves. Part of me wants to take the Waker. It's good with our like backdoor reanimation plan, but I think Subtlety is probably the best pick. We just want interaction. Yeah, I'll take the Subtlety. Okay, Cut Down, Master of Death. Rafine is kind of interesting. I think we're a little too light on creatures for that. There's Mystic Confluence. I think I might take the Mystic Confluence here. Although, another cheap removal spell would be pretty nice. I think if we take this, we can bank on wheeling like one of these 3, though. Yeah, I'm taking the Confluence. Ooh, okay, there's Atraxa. Also, Preordain and Murktide would be great, but I think we do take the Atraxa and sort of backdoor into Reanimator with that plan. Yeah, that seems great. Now there's Godless Shrine and Dreams of Steel and Oil. Dreams of Steel and Oil is very solid, but not exciting. We're not really playing white, but also just, I mean, we kind of are. I don't think Dreams is that good. Yeah, I'm going to take Godless Shrine here. And I would love to get 1 green source so we can cast Atraxa. Maybe we even play Zaitor's Proving Ground just as a black-green land, although hopefully we can find one that's better than that. Also, hopefully we can find Thassa's Oracle. Right now we only have one of the, like, this combo has 2 parts. There's the Jace part that lets you win the game, and then the Inverter Doomsday part that takes out your library. We have 2 of this part, but only 1 of the other part. We're running out of time to find it, though. I think we have 1 more pick. All right, Currency Converter or Ledger Shredder. They're both pretty good. Both quite good, actually. I think Ledger Shredder is probably the right pick. I mean, the thing is, this is a great card. We already have multiple looters. Maybe this is actually the pick. It's very good with Rona and Jace and Spells and Liliana and like these cyclers. Yeah, I think I'm actually taking the Currency Converter. Would really love to see a Thassa's Oracle in this pick. If we don't see Thassa's Oracle, we have to decide if we even want to play Doomsday combo. I think I still will, probably. But it's kind of close. We can probably afford to play 16 lands in our Troll Lorien Reveal deck with good fixing. So I'm looking for 2 more playables. Not too interested in Altar of Dementia or any of these cards in the board. Okay, so we don't get there on the Thassa's Oracle. Memory Lapse or Kaito. Close pick, but I think I'm going to take the Kaito. We're not really... There's also, I guess, No More Lies, but we're kind of like a tap-out style deck. And this also has a lot of synergies. It's really good with Currency Converter, good at digging for Atraxa, just like a good card in a combo deck. Okay, so do we play Inverter and Doomsday? I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. So Entomb is usually going to be just entombing Atraxa, but the thing is, this can find either part of the combo. Since we have Priest of Felrites, we can entomb this as well. Interesting. 2 Delve cards, Tenacious Underdog. We're not playing Portal to Phyrexia. I'm actually going to take the Dig here. I think we're going to fill our graveyard really quickly, so he can support a second Delve card. Whoa, Brainstorm and Daze came around. As much as I like Daze, I think I'm actually taking Brainstorm, which is just phenomenal with our 4-fetch land deck. The card selection in this deck is off the charts, honestly. What are we cutting? Not playing any of these. We need to make 1 cut. Oh, maybe Cryptic Coat. Yeah, that's just not really what this deck is about. Playing Doomsday and Inverter is maybe not the best, but I think it's worth it. Ooh, Rafine versus Master of Death. I like Rafine. I really want to play with this at some point, but I think Master of Death is the correct pick, especially because it gives us another thing to entomb for. Oh, Eagles of the North. This is also fine, actually, but I think I'll take the Eagles of the North, which is really good fixing. With Eagles of the North, I'm fine playing 15 lands with 3 land cyclers, so we need to make 1 more cut. I think I like the Master of Death. It might be Spellseeker, which is just kind of clunky. Yeah, I think I'll cut this. Okay, so we're slightly heavier on the blue, but not by much. If we did this, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue plus all the cyclers. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black plus all the cyclers. Yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, we get 1 more. Okay, I'll add 1 more swamp. And we'll run like this. Pretty sick. We're playing like part Reanimator, part Doomsday, all incredible card selection. And yeah, I think this deck is truly broken, to be honest. And I will see you in round 1. Alright, we are on the play for round 1, and we have a great hand. Rona plus Master of Death is kind of solid value. I mean, paying 2 life every single turn is going to add up, but still, great hand. I think I'm just going to... Well, we could fire this off to get Underground Sea. That would lose our shuffle effect. Yeah, I think I'm going to shock this into play here and just jam the Rona. Don't really care if they kill it, although I hope they don't. They do. Dogged Detective, huh. Dogged Detective and Master of Death are kind of brothers. Troll, okay. Gonna just play the Master of Death this turn. And I'm pretty happy just graveyarding aggressively here, digging for combo pieces, and also just setting up for a dig through time. And I will certainly trade if they offer it. Ooh, don't like that at all. So if we block, they get to just bring their thing back when we play Jace, so I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, it really sucks that they have this piece of graveyard hate. I'm just going to play Jace and mill them, which is pretty risky against the Tortured Existence, but I don't want to mill myself. and give them cards for the thing. Yeah, we hit. Okay, well, there's Inverter of Truth. So we have, but I guess the problem is if they just kill our Jace, then our whole Doomsday plan is done. Okay, we're dead. Tough first game. I really don't like playing against Stealthy Voidwalker in this deck. We have some removal for it, but it's a pretty big problem. I think we just run it back and hope to find a removal spell. We don't have a ton of removal. We have some. I guess, yeah, only 3 removal spells, counting Liliana. Alright, we can keep this. Currency Converter, go. Best case scenario, we find in 2 more tracks in our top couple draws. Just gonna pass, planning on looting away. Well, it doesn't even matter what we loot away. Well, I guess it does, but we're gonna be probably just making a 2/2 next turn. We have the Fatal Push if they have their thing, which they don't. So we could Fatal Push this in response. I honestly don't care. I'm just gonna let them take the Fatal Push if they want to. But if they now have the Voidwalker, it will be annoying. I think I'm gonna discard land here actually. Good draw. Is it a good draw? No, let's just plan on looting again with Currency Converter. Trying to keep the cards flowing, fill the graveyard for dig, find Atraxa, find Entomb, things of that nature. Mystical Tutor would also be good. That's kind of annoying. We could either make a treasure token or loot. I think I'm going to choose to loot, although it is a little close. Let's actually discard the Exhume since we have the Priest already. Could have left that in the graveyard as a card for dig, actually. That might have been better. I just think, like, this is better if we find another removal spell for the Phyrexian Revoker, but we don't have that much removal in our deck, so that's not super likely. They shut down our Currency Converter, hit for 1, that's all fine. Rono. Okay, I think that's better than getting the Priest down here. Blocks better, and also just, again, really prioritizing keeping the cards flowing. They have Fatal Push, though. Bummer. Lots of disruptive creatures and cheap interaction over there. There's an Entomb. Okay, so we have a plan. Alright, take 3. End of turn Entomb. Untap, bring this guy back. Okay, so we can take Sunken Ruin, Master of Death, Doomsday, Jace. And then do we just go for this dude, what's it called? Inverter of Truth. I think so, honestly. We have the Jace, which just wins very quickly. Maybe it's just unnecessarily risky. Actually, yeah, there's no need to tap out. We have attraction play. We're gonna win. Let's just hold up Mystic Confluence and not die to anything weird. I'm just gonna go counter draw. No need to bounce anything. Alright, we just can start beating down. We'll go land. Jace, I think. And then next turn we can theoretically Doomsday and then just win with Jace. Cycle on Earth is a pretty weak line. Looking pretty good for game 2. Even if they can kill our Atraxa, which it looks like they can't. Okay, let's just go for Doomsday here. So we'll grab Mystic Confluence, Brainstorm, Bitter Triumph, Subtlety, and Lorien Revealed. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Then we'll go the last card. So we're gonna Thought Scour 2 cards and then Brainstorm for the win. It really shouldn't matter. But I guess we'll put like Bitter Triumph, Subtlety, Lorien, Confluence, Brainstorm. Yeah, whatever. Then we'll loot. Thought Scour myself. And then technically we should Jace ourselves with Brain, so that if they somehow kill this instant speed, we can Brainstorm in response. Haha, that's crazy. They did actually have the thing, but we have Brainstorm, so we still win. Alright, I'm glad I played tight, though. We could have played sloppily and lost that for sure. Okay, so Mono Black, they're like kind of a beatdown deck, weirdly. I don't think we make any changes. I wish I had more removal. Let's just run it back, though. It sounded sketchy. I think I will keep it. I mean, turn 2 Rona is somewhat likely to get killed, but I don't like mulliganing aggressively against black decks that are playing a lot of discard and removal. And having Exhume gives us a lot of nut draws. Like if we find Atraxa or Entomb or Mystical Tutor in our first few draws, we can just have a really broken start. Okay, drawing land there is of course bad. Copter. Alright, I will expose my Rafine's Tower to their strip mine. Sometimes I wouldn't want to do that, but in this case I'm pretty happy if they go for it. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to play land Rona. So this has a fail rate. If they kill the Rona, it's annoying. The conservative option, we could have just gone to discard and pitched Atraxa and then try to untap and bring back Atraxa on turn 3. That's very risky against a black deck, though. Okay, they could easily bring back our Atraxa first. Yeah, so I'm hoping... Okay, that's exactly what I was hoping would happen. So we go land, loot, Exhume. And now we're going to have to discard a bunch of cards to hand size, but we're in a phenomenal position, of course. Let's grab Subtlety, so we have interaction up immediately. Treasure Cruise, Entomb, Currency Converter, Jace, Sunken Ruin. So we draw 6. We're going to have to discard a bunch of cards to hand size, but that's, of course, a good problem to have. Yep, just pass. We'll discard these 2. And I don't want to discard a blue card. Discard Entomb, I think. And then we need one more. We have this combo, but... yeah, I guess I'll... what is the last discard? Maybe it is just the inverter. And then the plan is to pitch Kaito to the subtlety, probably. Voidwalker. Yeah, I think I will take this out. Or just slow them down. And there's the concession. Alright, sweet. So we take down round 1. See you in round 2. And there you see. Hoping to get up catch mental misstep. We're on the draw against brink of. Hopefully we get a good hand. And we do not. The spells are good. This would be like a pretty quick Atraxa if we had the lands for it, but we do not. Oh man. Well, down to 5. Oh, this hand's not even good either, but I will keep putting back the 2 expensive cards. We have Rona Exhume, so we could potentially, this hand could actually be pretty good if we can find Atraxa or Entomb. Although, we're on the draw on a mulligan to 5. They're on the play with the 7-card hand and a Mox. And, oh, well, that's a plan. We have a plan. Might not be enough on the draw here, but we will have a pretty quick Atraxa. I would love to draw a land here. We have a second land, but it's essentially a tapped land, and yeah, too bad. Do we want second black or second blue? Probably second blue. So, yeah, the tap land slows us down a lot there. We could have reanimated on turn 3, now it's turn 4. That's a pretty big difference. They hit for 1, they shock. What could they be holding up? Can we draw land? Yes. I'm going to play Kaito and loot. They could be holding Solitude. Could be holding Wandering Emperor. If we're able to resume, though, all of a sudden, the card advantage from the double mulligan is totally offset. The mana advantage of them being on the play and having a Mox and a Birds of Paradise would not be offset, but I still think we're in a pretty good spot if we're able to just exhume without them having really changed the board. They take out our Kaito. That's totally fine, honestly. Kaito did what we needed him to. If they crack this main phase, I'm so happy. Yeah, that's a sign of weakness. There's Hex Drinker. We will need to deal with that, but Atraxa can win the race if that's their plan. Yeah, okay, nice. So take 1, untap, and we get to just put Atraxa into play. Whoops. Exhume. Alright, so we'll take Underground Sea. Could take Odawara, but I do want to play a thing here. Subtlety and Fatal Push. That's hilarious that we only get 3 cards, but still. And I think I'm just going to Fatal Push. Oh, wait, no, this already has protection from instants. Okay, in that case, let's just play Jace then. Or maybe Rona first. Yeah, I'll play Rona. And now, this does mean they can level up their thing all the way, but again, we win the race, that's fine. We're gaining 7 life a turn. If they level up Hexdrinker all the way and kill our Atraxa, we're in bad shape. But in theory, I guess maybe this is the reason why we could have played Jace instead. I was thinking this is better because we can loot multiple times by playing the Jace and fill our graveyard for the treasure cruise, but maybe we're supposed to play Jace first so we could try to maximize our chances of recurring Atraxa. The thing is, almost anything they do to the Atraxa will probably not put it in the graveyard. It'll either exile it or like put it back in our library or something like that. Exactly, yeah. Although, well, we could still... Okay, this is still a winnable game. Okay, so let's loot. Mystical Tutor is interesting. I don't think it helps us here, though. Unless we want to go for Doomsday. Let's see. So we could go discard something, have 3 cards in the graveyard. Fetch land, have 4 cards in the graveyard. Mystical Tutor, have 5 cards in the graveyard. We'd still have to pay 3 for Treasure Cruise, so we can't go Mystical Tutor, Treasure Cruise. Yeah, we can't do everything. We also are 1 mana short of going Mystical Tutor, Jace, Doomsday. So I think we do just discard this. Then we go Jace, untap Rona. Then we have 3 mana. Let's go. I think I'm going to kill this just to cut off their mana. They need to level up the Hexdrinker all the way. So I'll go loot. Discard Atraxa. Fatal Push this. Land. And then wait, so if we crack this, we'd have 2 mana, so we would need to delve away 6 cards, which we could do, but we'd have to take out the... Yeah, I don't think that's correct, so let's just pass. And then this turn, they can level this thing up, hit us for 6. But then next turn, we can put Atraxa into play. Yep. So go to 7, which is very different from 6. Untap. I'm not going to cycle Lore in the field. I want to have blue cards in my hand. I will loot. Okay, I'll discard Troll. Flashback Exhume. They get to bring back their bird, that's fine. We get... This has protection from everything, so we missed our chance on that. We'll get Otawara, Mystic Confluence, Liliana, Currency Converter, and Inverter. Then we go land. We don't need to hold out the Hardcast Subtlety, and we can't hold out Mystic Confluence either way, so I'll just play Currency Converter. And then pass with Otawara up, or Evoke Subtlety. We can also make another mana with Rona, actually, that's kind of funny. Unlikely to matter, but... Alright, big moment here. I mean, we're at 7, and they can deal 6 damage, which we can't do anything about. But, if they don't deal with us, if they don't, like, burn spell us here, or deal with the Atraxa, then we can turn the corner really quickly. We can probably even just take out their board, and including their Hex Drinker, by making them sacrifice. Luminarch Aspirant. Okay, that's fine. That actually wouldn't even do it, too. This has protection from everything, so they couldn't have targeted it, but it's still, I think, a good... Totally fine. There's subtlety there. Now they put us to 1. Okay. I hope it's not a burn spell. It did do a burn spell, but we beat most other things. It is a burn spell. Damn, we're 1 mana short. That's very frustrating. Let's loot. I don't think there's anything we could draw. Yeah. Man, really, really close. 1 mana short of being able to Mystic Confluence. We could discard a land and then, yeah, tough loss. All right. So they're playing just like Naya aggro. Just run it back. Is there anything we could have done there? I don't think so. I guess we could have tried to go for a Doomsday line, but I think that would have been less likely to work. Spot where Archon would have been much better than Atraxa, actually. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand. It's a little bit clunky, but Jace, Liliana Jace is solid, and we're also very well insulated against Strip Mine. I think I'm actually going to play Godless Shrine tapped on turn 1 to bait them into Strip Mining me. Actually, maybe not. Because that is our second black source. No, we have Eagles. Well, no, Eagles of the North can't even find another black source. Oh, no, we can get a black source with Eagles of the... Yeah, we can get Overgrown Sea with 1 and then Rafine's Tower with the other. So I'm going to lead on Seachrome Coast and then cycle Eagles of the North, which takes land out of the deck. Good when I don't want to draw land. And then also does sort of bait them into Strip Mining me, which in this case I would be very happy to see. No such luck. Let's grab Rafine's Tower. Okay, I will main phase Brainstorm with a fetch land in hand. It's a lot of lands. Alright, I'm really hoping they just play a 2-drop creature here. Luminarch Aspirant, go. No play. Alright, I'm just going to jam the Liliana then. Start upticking. Ooh, good draw. Maybe our best draw, actually, just in terms of like a good thing to discard. Yeah, Hero Blade Hole does not line up well against Lily. Next turn we can just play Jace, unless we have to evoke Subtlety, but I really don't want to have to do that. They would have to play something very strong for that to be justified. It would probably even have to involve like Black Lotus. I don't think there's any 3-drops that I would Subtlety here. There's something. I mean, I would maybe have to Subtlety Minsc and Boo. I really hope they don't have that. We'll be in bad shape if they have Minsc and Boo. Lord Skitter. That's like weirdly good too. It can take a Master of Death and make a dude. Yeah, unfortunately, I actually am going to Subtlety this. I think if we let this happen, we sort of lose a lot of stuff. It's close. There's definitely an argument to just letting it resolve. But the fact that it also takes out Master of Death, in addition to like breaking our Liliana Edict effect, I think is a little bit too bad. They're debating if they want to put it on top or bottom. And then we're probably just going to go bring back Master of Death and play it. Could also just discard it again and plan on recurring it again, but I don't think that's correct here. They do decide to put it on top. We'll pay the life. Oof. So Liliana Ultimate is a real threat this game. We can play Godless Shrine, Master of Death. Discarding Unexpectedly Absent. That's crazy. That seems like that would be a really good card for them here. So I don't know what that means they have in their hand, but I am a little afraid. Okay, definitely gonna graveyard this. I'll top Lorien Revealed though. We can just hardcast that next turn. So we'll see if they're just jamming Lord Skitter again or doing something else. Sure. So we could hold up Odawara to bounce. Or actually, maybe we even just do that. Maybe we bounce the rat and then Edict. Yeah, I think I actually like that plan. Well, maybe not. No, I don't care that much about the Lord Skitter, and I want to keep on going to work on their hand. I think I'm just going to cast the Lord in Revealed. It is kind of close. Now we can plus, discard, Thought Scour, and next turn we're just going to hardcast a Troll. So put them down to one card in hand. And pass. Seek this Chariot down. Okay, good value to get that gone. I don't know what their last card is. They play land, and now they have, what, a 5-drop? 4th Aerlingus. Okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's honestly game-endingly bad. Bummer. So we'll see how they attack, but they have enough tramplers that they can easily deal damage to us and Liliana at the same time. We would have lost to this either way, I think. So 3 at Lily. The rat token to me. They should also send Lord Skitter at me if they want to do this. If they attack like this, I'll block like this, and then they don't become the Monarch. Maybe we're still just super behind there. Okay, so 1 Knight at me, 1 at Lily, rat at Lily. Doesn't matter. I mean, they win no matter what. Fourth Aerlingus is a very good card. Yeah, if they do this, I will just block the rat, let them kill Liliana, which doesn't do much on this board. Like, best case, I mean, if it could ultimate, that would be good, but it's not going to be able to ultimate, in which case, all it's doing is just eating a rat. Lord Skitter is good against Liliana. Okay, they do send in Lord Skitter as well. Then I'll just trade here. Take 1, they do get to become the Monarch, but we get to bring back the Troll, or we bring back Master of Death to our hand and play the Troll, which is pretty good in a Monarch game. Drawing Swamp there is disastrous, of course. We definitely can't afford them. Okay, you got me. That's tough. Alright, we're on the draw for the finals, and I think this hand is just unplayable. We don't really do anything for a while. This hand is better. Let's keep. And put back... I think Lily here. Maybe Doomsday even. Yeah, we're a long way away from Doomsday working. We can maybe like dig for that off of the Atraxa, but our plan A here is to find Atraxa. Okay. I think I'm just cycling Troll here. They have an Entomb. It would be really funny if they play Exhume and we can just both get they get Grizzlebrand, I get Atraxa. So hopefully it's Exhume and not one of the other ones. Okay. So we could go for the high upside play and Entomb in case we top pick exactly Exhume. I think that's not correct though. So I'm just going to do this. Okay. Land go, holding up Bitter Triumph. Opponent's deck looks good. A lot of cheap card selection, which is exactly what you want in combo decks. They choose to not shuffle. Do they go for the Exhume? No, they don't. Just fine getting Island here, honestly. Okay. Well, actually, that's kind of bad. I'm gonna go land Kaito rather than Liliana. Digging for Exhume. I don't think they have a reanimation spell now, or else they would have gone for it. Workers Bowmasters, that's annoying. They can kill our Kaito. That's honestly fine if we can find Exhume. But oh wait, no, they can't kill our Kaito, right? Although I mean, Bowmasters is just good against Kaito. I don't even know if I want to be going for a lot of stuff. If they reanimate here, we're dead. We can entomb for the priest and set up to bring back Atraxa pretty soon. I don't even know what to take here. Not Liliana, not Inverter. I guess they probably take Bitter Triumph. Yep. Opponent's deep in thought over there. Say this for 3. What are we going to do with Kaito? We have, I mean, just plussing, minusing, or doing nothing are all valid options. I think I'm going to minus. It's kind of close. Yeah, having the Kaito in play doesn't do that much. Making a 1/1 could help. It can block the Bowmasters. And it looks like we're just doing nothing, but they don't know we have this priest. I would love to trade Ninja for Bowmasters. They're not going to offer that, so we'll take 3. Then we're going to take another 3 from using the Priest, which puts us down to 10. But then we'll have Bowmaster, or the Attracts in play. Currency Converter, okay, that's fine. They do a lot of stuff. They could have counter magic, but we have a plan. It's always important to have a plan in spots like this. Alright, there we go. Got Attracts into play. That's a big part of the battle. Let's grab... No Subtlety, unfortunately, so we don't have any interaction available immediately. But Currency Converter... I think... Push versus Mystic Confluence is interesting. I'll grab... I think Rona over Jace because it's a better blocker. All of these lands suck, but I guess Raffine's Tower is strictly better. This is the only sorcery. This is the only planeswalker. So then just Fatal Push versus Mystic Confluence. Honestly, Push might be the move, although we're kind of constrained on black mana. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Push. Just try to go like kind of low to the ground. And we'll go to discard. And just pitching Exhume. I don't think Exhume makes a lot of sense when they have Grizzlebrand in their graveyard. Exhume plus Inverter. Yeah, Inverter doesn't look great either. We have just a pretty big graveyard, so it doesn't. We're not even that close to being able to go Inverter into Jace for the win. They're looting, just a little Desperation Dig. Alright, big turn here. If they can kill this, we're in bad shape. If we get to untap and hit them with Atraxa, it becomes nigh unlosable. Bummer. And we have no other ways to bring it back. I mean, we're just so far up on cards, we could just try to win anyways. Take 3, but then, like, get Rona down, push one of their things, bring back Bitter Triumph soon. Collective Brutality to make us discard Fatal Push. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, that's definitely kind of annoying. I don't love that the Bowmasters punishes us for a lot of our cards here. So take 3. Doomsday is interesting. I'm going to go like this, play Rona, and pass with Odawara up. Odawara, of course, costing 3 because we have the Rona in play. They can make a 2/2 end of turn. They don't make a 2/2 end of turn. Alright, I'm fine taking 1 here. We have 7 mana, so we can almost just win here, but not quite. I'm just going to untap. Ooh, okay. So if we Doomsday, we lose 3 life. Is that feasible? Maybe not. Okay, let's go. Man, not a good position. We need to leave up Odawara. I guess the plan is to go Currency converter pass, then we can Odawara bounce something. Yeah, this Bowmasters is a huge problem. We need somehow set up a way to just like win in one turn, basically. I don't see a way that we can do that though. Weird attack. Okay, so let's go to blocks. Double block here. Bounce this. Which they can replay. But in response, I'm going to kill the Bowmasters. Yeah, I think we call the Bowmasters. I was like, oh, we can brainstorm, but that would not be too good into the Bowmasters. So we're going to discard a card. I think it's going to just be Liliana. Here you're seeing the value of currency converter. It's just like we can just use it to draw cards or make mana or make bodies, which is tons of value. It's possible we're supposed to brainstorm in response there. Let's make a mana here. Oh, we should have looted with Rona first. Doesn't really matter. So, we can almost just win this turn. No, we're not that close, I guess. Alright, I'll discard Brainstorm. We might not even go for Doomsday, actually. We might just try to win. Yeah, we can just try to mill ourselves. Let's cast this. Do we have a way to get back our dude from the Deep Cavern Bat, though? Maybe not. Because we're pretty light on removal at this point. And Odawar's gone. Yeah, we might actually just lose to that, funnily enough. Oh, but we could Doomsday put our stuff back into our deck. Our Fatal Push back into our deck. Okay, I'm just going to play land tapped and pass for now. We need to set up with a ton of mana to be able to do everything we want to do. Because we need to go Doomsday, draw a card, Fatal Push, Jace. Okay, so this, if they just take our Doomsday, it might be impossible for us to win. Okay, I don't think we can really win with Beatdown at this point. We could maybe win with Jace. Yeah, Jace Vryn's Prodigy is still in the deck. Okay, so we need to make a dude here or we're just dead on board. Actually, we're not dead on board, but we're Not in a good spot. Okay. I'm gonna exile everything I don't care about here. Take through time. Grab our Jace. We didn't find Jace. That's kind of crazy. Take these two. Then I will Thought Scour them. But, you know, I'll loot. Okay, we'll just untap and now we'll draw the Jace, which was literally the bottom card of our deck. Play it. I actually don't even think I want to loot here, funnily enough. Then we'll pass. Wild. This would be such a crazy game to win. Him to Torok. Okay, so we'll go... Counter, bounce, bounce. And then on our turn, we can flip the Jace, Fatal Push the Deep Cavern Bat, and Jace ourselves for the win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just got it. Unless they can kill our Jace, then we die. Yep. Doesn't really matter who we Thought Scour. I mean, we could also just not Thought Scour anyone, but it does give us a bit of information technically. Just gonna make as much mana as possible here. So this is the key moment. Can they kill this in response? Looks like they cannot. Target Fatal Push. Fatal Push your dude. Oh my god. Wow. What a game. Alright. We overcame a lot to win that one. That is sweet. They put it in Tomb or Grizzlebrand into play on turn 1, then never reanimated it after going through 23 cards. Unclear if they got really unlucky, if they just don't have that much reanimation stuff. Spellseeker is maybe okay in this matchup where they have like just like the bodies on the board and card draw and stuff is kind of where we want to be. I think I'm just gonna run it back though. Wow, that was crazy. All right, Maninho gets to be on the play this time. Okay, good hand. Not broken, but good. Actually, I guess any hand with Doomsday is kind of broken. Like, we could probably win on turn 4 if they don't do anything. Ooh, okay. This only has one more black land to get, and we do need triple black, so I'm just going to play it now. It means we don't have a fetch land for our brainstorm shenanigans, but that's okay. Mill themselves. They don't mill over a big dude, though, luckily. Counterspell down the drain. Okay. Probably a pretty bad draw. I really hope they can't kill this Jace. At least they didn't kill it on our turn, so if they're going to kill it, they have to use their own mana on their turn for it. But hopefully we get one loot. That's all we need. Although with that being said, I'm not even thrilled about just dumping Attracts into the graveyard against a deck that still might have Animate Dead. Do they have the push? Bone Shards, that's bad too. So if we draw land, we could just go for Doomsday. Actually, even if we don't draw land, we could go for Doomsday. Do we want to do it? I think so. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. This could backfire for sure. Okay, so we want at least one land for sure. So we'll take Sunken Ruin. And then Jace, of course. Where's this Jace? And then we just want ways to churn through our deck quickly. So, Thought Scour, Brainstorm. And just another land. So we're going to draw a land first. So what's our plan? On turn 4, draw land, play Master of Death and Fatal Push. Turn 5, Jace, and then try to win. So we'll go... So yeah, we want the 3 cards... Yeah, okay, so next turn, we need to definitely put a land on top. I guess our plan is to go draw the land and then Master of Death, surveil 2 cards into the graveyard. So maybe we just surveil the 2 cantrips into the graveyard. So we'll go land, Jace, Brainstorm, Thought Scour, land. And then this has a fail rate for sure. I mean, first of all, we're at 8. They can make a 2-2 in a turn. Like, our life total is in jeopardy. And then second of all, if they have a way, they don't make a 2-2. Second of all, they could kill our Jace, and then we'd be in bad shape. So if we think we have enough time, we can wait and try to... Okay, Hymn to Torque is fine. Master of Death and Inverter of Truth. Inverter of Truth was actually kind of our, like, get-out-of-jail-free card of sorts. And that's gone now. It's okay. I will pay life here. I'm definitely going to graveyard one of these. I think I'm just going to graveyard them both. We're kind of all in. If they have the way to kill our thing, we're dead. If they counterspell, we're dead. If they have discard spell, we're not dead, because it's not in our hand yet. But we're just all in on this working next turn. Okay. If they play land and pass, they could have their Convoke removal spell up. Okay, discard spell is fine. then, I mean, yeah, pretty much spell pierce or bust for them. Now daze or bust or force of will. Playing Doomsday in this situation, typically what you want to do is either win the turn you play it or have like multiple discard spells to clear the path. It's very sketchy to just like hope they don't have it. I think it was correct in this case because we didn't give them many turns, but now we're all in on this working. Come on, Jace. Come on, Jace. No force of will, no force of negation, no daze, no subtlety. There's 4 0-mana interactive spells they could have here. We haven't seen any of them though. Oh man, the suspense. They know too. I mean, they either have it or they don't here. They know our hand. They know that if they have a force, we can't force back. Let's freaking go. All right, nice. So 2-1, obviously, would have loved to get the trophy. Could not quite get there. This deck was good, though. It's not an archetype I've done, but I actually think it works really well. Like, the Doomsday plus Reanimator thing makes you a lot more resilient to hate. Plus, if you reanimate cards like Attract, it sets up the Doomsday combo really well. And then both really like stuff like Jace, Rona, Dot Scour, cards that just churn through your deck, draw cards, let you find your combo pieces. There's a few slightly suboptimal things about this deck. I mean, notably, we didn't have Thassa's Oracle, and we didn't have more reanimation stuff. So if we could just like be a bit more streamlined, like maybe cut one of the Delve cards, Mystic Confluence, Master of Death, and Kaito for like 2 more cantrips, Animate Dead, and Thassa's Oracle, then I think we'd be a lot more just like smooth and consistent and fast. But yeah, pretty sweet league. We were able to win with Doomsday and win with the Traxa. I guess we never won a game with just pure beatdown, but I actually think we had an okay beatdown plan C as well. Inverter of Truth never came up, but this card can close out the game pretty quickly. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.